So I'm pretty sure you guys have seen, maybe on the internet somewhere, maybe on Twitter, Piers Morgan just got destroyed once again. This time, I mean, and we can go down the list of guys he's been destroyed by. First, we had Tate, then we had Nick Fuentes, then we had Clav. Now we have Hstikkytokky. And I don't really watch Hstikkytokky. I don't really tap into his stuff. But I did see he was on the Manosphere documentary. That's probably why Piers is trying to do this little hit piece he got. But I didn't even know he was in the Manosphere. I didn't even know he was one of the Red Pill creators. I thought he was just a live streamer, but just like a regular live streamer. So that's interesting. And watching this, hey man, I kind of rock with him. And Piers, I don't know what Piers is thinking. I guess he's old and stuck in his ways, so he can just never get over the fact that he can't outsmart people anymore, or he can't win these semantic joust. He can't win these optical debates anymore. He can't win these narrative battles, these frame battles he tries to do, these rhetoric battles. It's like, bro, you don't got it anymore. Give it up. You just don't got it anymore. Just do honest interviews. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just doing an honest interview. That's what Piers needs to wake up, look in the mirror, and realize. All right, I'm 0 for 16 with hit pieces in the last 5 years. Maybe I should just do an honest interview. Maybe I should just get to know the person, actually. And that's what he needs to do. But will he do that? Probably not. But in the meantime, we'll have plenty of content because guys are just going to go on Piers Morgan Uncensored and just cook them. And hey, man, we can't resist seeing that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened.
I thought it was a very, very fun experience. I've even texted him since saying that, I enjoyed making it, and the backlash I've received from it, I also enjoy that as well, because I've got, I can just rage bait people in my DMs, which I enjoy doing anyway.
I mean, look, as I was saying to you when we tried to start this, what you want to do with your life is entirely down to you. It's no impact on me whatsoever. The only interest I would have, a bit like Louis Theroux, is the influence that you wield over young men. And when I was watching the Netflix show, I was just curious what you want that influence to be. Right? Because your mother's in the show, and we'll come to quite an amusing clip where she talks about me, actually. She doesn't want you to do this interview, I think, was the bottom line. So you're defying your mother again, and we'll come to that. But your mother's, I was watching her, and I was watching you interact with them. I actually knew your father a bit back in the 90s. Victor Abugu, who was an England rugby player. Met him a few times, liked him. And we can come to that as well.
Victor what? You see how he did that? He didn't know how to say the last name. Victor Abugu. I met him last week. What was his name?
A few times, liked him. The 90s. Victor Abugu, who was an England rugby player. Met him a few times, liked him. And we can come to that as well.
Nigga didn't know how to say the last name.
How somebody whose mom is like that, whose dad was
Weasel.
like he was when I knew him, how somebody ends up thinking that the key to life, the joy of life, the satisfaction of life comes from rage baiting people in their DM.
What a holy straw man.
A little bit more, I hesitate to use words
When
where
did he say that was his life
fan
purpose?
base will go, oh, shut up, granddad. You don't get it. But is there not more to life to be achieved than rage baiting
What a boomer.
in their DMs?
What a boomer.
Okay, I'm glad you called them morons, because that is the idiots that I've attracted from the mainstream coverage with the documentary. But there's a lot more to life. For me, the main thing in life is making money, being healthy, and enjoying that money with my family and having great experiences. The experiences that I have now since I've come back from Mother's Day, whatever, with my mum. And the last, 5-6 years since I've been on social media have been great. And they're the things that I'll be looking back on when I'm 60, 70 years old. The nice dinners, the nice weather, just the nice times that I've shared. So I don't think the beauty of life is rage baiting retards in my comments. But, when I'm sat there and
what do you actually want your younger male followers to end up being like? It's a genuine question. Because in the Netflix show, what I saw was a guy who says, look, on the one hand, if I had a daughter who did OnlyFans, I'd disown her. And yet you are directly involved in promoting a load of women who are on OnlyFans, right?
That's what we like to hear.
You're a smart man, right? You wouldn't be in this position if you weren't a smart man. You can answer that question yourself. You know exactly why I'm promoting girls. I'm not even actively promoting any right now, but you know exactly why I'm doing it. You don't need to ask me that question. There you go. So why are you asking a question you already know?
No, I'm not.
It's a very, very easy answer.
You're missing my point, Harrison. I'm not disputing that you are making money or you're perfectly entitled to. I'm just curious why you would want to send a message to young men.
The way he weasels around these disingenuous questions just piss me off.
Where you want them to part with money to be like you. And on the one hand, your message is OnlyFans is awful. These girls that do it are awful. But on the other hand, you're making money promoting them. It's hypocritical.
Look, I think OnlyFans girls can do what they want, I'm not bothered. It's the same way I think people can be gay if they want. I'm not bothered. When it comes into my family where I have control over the situation, that's where I'll dictate what happens. So it's a very valid point that I don't want my daughter to be on OnlyFans. I don't want my daughter to be in the red light district in Amsterdam. But if I went to Amsterdam and I was walking down and I saw a Colombian 9 out of 10, would I go in and visit? Well, depends how many drinks I'd had that night. But that doesn't mean I necessarily agree with it or would like that girl to be my daughter or would raise my daughter like that. Makes perfect sense.
And if you had a son who turned out to be gay, you would disown him, you said?
I'd collapse.
No, my actual life ambition, right, genuinely since young, is to grow up, make money, retire my mum, meet a nice girl from a good family, then have a gay child who fucks other guys. That's what I want. So I genuinely want that. I also want him to go out on the weekend and put makeup on and, dance around in the gay strips.
Listen,
no, I want that.
I can hear your fan base cheering you on. I know what you're doing. It's the double down, treble down. In fact, I saw some of your posts on social media.
Wait, what do you mean? Okay. Isn't that what you're saying that he should do? He sees how ridiculous his position is when it's brought back on him. Like, yeah, I'd love for my son to fuck other guys and wear makeup. And then he's like, all right, I see what you're doing here. What do you mean? That's your position. That's what you're trying to say he should do. He should be open to his son fucking other guys, right? And then he acts like he has that position, and he's like, oh yeah, okay, well, yeah, it's the position's ridiculous. That's the point.
Before you did this interview, I'm gonna own everything. I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna play that game. Fuentes did that a bit with me. And you know what?
He still has PTSD.
By the way,
he still has PTSD.
Bro,
just have an interview.
What, you don't want to be my bro?
I don't really want to be your bro, mainly because I have two bros of my own. One of whom was an army colonel, and one of whom is an excellent man as well.
Boomer slop.
However, let me just ask you what you said in the documentary. You clearly actually would, by your own admission, disown a son who said they were gay. And yet your mother, you said, hates people that are racist, sexist, homophobic, and so on. Why be so brazenly homophobic if your own mother, who you clearly love and respect and care about, if she's so against that, why would you be so happy to be brazenly homophobic?
I wouldn't say I'm homophobic.
You would disown a child for being gay. That's about as homophobic as it gets.
That's your opinion, and in my opinion, that's not homophobic.
It's a fact of what homophobia is.
Okay.
What do you think homophobia is?
I think homophobia would be severely discriminating against gays, and I think that you know, maybe going around and bullying them or whatever could be considered homophobic.
You don't think
I don't really
your
care
own
what the
child would be
definition is.
bullying them because of their sexuality?
I'm not bullying them. I'm not bullying my
By
child.
disowning them?
It's not bullying.
What is it?
Definitely not bullying.
What would you call it? If you disown your own child for being gay, something they couldn't possibly
I'd
help.
call it good parenting. That's what I'd call
You
it.
see how he talks? He's trying to shame him so hard. He's playing the optics game. He's trying to shame you. You see just the way he said it? You're disowning your own child for being gay. It's like, yeah, bro, we heard you. You're disowning your own child. It's like he's trying to emphasize the shame so hard. But it's like nowadays, the people that kind of are winning the influence of society are the people that just kind of live in reality and look at things objectively and constructively. You could say masculine, patriarch, men, like this is things like that. We've been living in the Obama era, which was just cancel culture, which is BLM. It was just super liberal. Like that's been what we've been living in for a while. And it was just like now people that speak the truth, that even speak with in an active voice, they're like mean, they're toxic, they're things like this. So I feel like Piers I'm seeing a lot of like not disappointment, but he's just like he's kind of angry. You know, he's kind of like he doesn't feel great that his rhetoric, his weaseling strategies aren't really hitting. And people like Hstikkytokky and Fuentes, as you just said, they're kind of just responding to what he said, not to responding how he says makes them feel, which is what Piers Morgan is trying to do. He's trying to make this emotional. He's trying to make this into an emotional thing. Your son, you're gonna kick him out, your own son, because he's gay? It's like, yeah, he just said that. Now, what are you trying to do with these emotional things you're trying to do? It's just like slop.
I'd call it good parenting.
Really?
Tempt time. Beliefs. I don't care what your belief is. If you grow up,
well,
okay,
no, we don't actually.
You work your whole life.
We both come from the same belief, which is we were brought up by mothers who did not share this view. So actually, we're very similar. It's just you've taken a weird turn where your mother, who hates homophobia, has got a son who actually thinks it's perfectly okay to say you would disown your own child, your own son, if they said they were gay. And
would you be happy if you raised your son and your son came out gay? Would you be happy, Piers? Would you be happy, Piers, if you had one child, one son?
I wouldn't care less.
You wouldn't care?
No.
Okay, then that's your beliefs. Me and you
look at his
totally
face, bro.
Beliefs.
I wouldn't care less if my son is gay.
But why Harrison, why do you think your belief does not constitute homophobia?
Piers, we can all have a push and a shove. You might not agree with some of my points. I don't agree with some things that you do and the way that you act.
That's fine.
And I don't need to go into them. But if you want me to, and you want this to turn into something that it doesn't need to be, then we can all have a push and a shove.
I'm genuinely interested in how you felt this Netflix show went and the things that Louis Theroux had you saying on camera. I'm genuinely curious what you think about the way people have responded to them. Honestly, that's all I care about. I'm not here to trap you. I'm not here to put words in your mouth. I'm not here to do any of that kind of thing. I'm very aware that your fan base, whatever happens between you and I, it doesn't matter. You will have owned me, killed me, crushed me, destroyed me. Let's just accept that's a given. Okay? That is how these interviews
He sounds
go,
defeated.
whether it's Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, whoever.
Oh, man. They defeated him. They killed his ego, man. They killed him.
So I assume, let me just tell
he sounds so defeated from his past L's.
Hstikkytokky has owned me, beaten me, defeated me.
Okay, listen, I respect guys that have their own opinions.
This is hard to watch.
I don't really respect, you trying to come on and say, oh, I'm homophobic and try and really push that point when I wouldn't say I'm homophobic at all.
No, I understand that, but I'm
in the
curious
slightest
why
say
you
I'm
don't think
homophobic.
disowning a child for being gay is homophobic.
What
Why
I
would
do
that
with
not be
my children
homophobic?
is up to me. What I do with my children is up to me.
Of course.
Okay?
Of course.
I don't agree with you going to Epstein's Island and having freak-offs with Ghislaine Maxwell and the rest of them. But I don't need to bring
Well, I've
it
never
up
been
because
to
this is
Epstein's Island.
about misogyny
Just to be clear,
and everything like this.
Harrison,
okay?
Harrison, just to
Okay,
calm.
I don't agree with that,
Just
sir.
to be clear,
Freak-offs on the island.
yes, nor do I. And
Freak-offs on the island.
Are you sure?
Do you want to keep doing this? You'll make yourself look very stupid.
Are you sure, Piers?
That I've never been to Jeffrey Epstein's island, I'm 100% positive. I never met the man, never went to his island. I met Ghislaine Maxwell for 5 minutes at a book launch. If you've got any supplementary
Mentioned a lot of times.
no
mentioned
problem.
a lot of times in there,
listen,
sir.
I have no problem. You're not, I don't think, if I say this very respectfully, I don't think you're very well informed about things like that, or you wouldn't go there because it's.
Why are you in the files?
Why don't you check the 27 references to me in the files?
Why are you in the files, sir? Very close to these types of people.
Go and check. And all your followers, you can. The great thing about the Epstein files, you can put somebody's name in, and you can
like
see
to compare me to Tate and Myron and everyone else. So,
Harrison,
because my name is close to them in the manosphere. But if I compare you to Epstein and Maxwell, you have a clear problem with it.
No problem.
Sir, you compare me to Myron and all the others in this
He can't overtalk him.
misogynistic, whatever world. I'm comparing you to Epstein then, because you're in his files.
Harrison,
exactly. You're
making yourself look an even bigger idiot than you did on the Netflix show.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes.
To people like you, sir, I don't mind that. You make yourself look like an idiot every single day when your wife is at home posting pictures that you're out and she wants to get used like a toy by a big black man who's cleaning her car. Is that why you have a problem with me? Is that why you're pushing this homophobic narrative? Because I'm the big black man that shagged your wife while you are on holiday. Okay? We can all have a push and a shove, sir.
Look at Piers' face, bro. Oh my God.
You know what? Here's what I think about you.
Bro.
I watched the documentary. I think you're a fucking idiot. I think you're a sexist, misogynist, homophobic
he's mad.
twerp. Who got exposed in a global way by Netflix, by Louis Theroux, for what you are. You're a little half-wit, and you'll make your little followers
don't get rattled.
a little laugh
Don't get
and everything
rattled.
else. But I don't see any point wasting. There's no point me wasting my time talking to you. Is there?
He's
What's
mad.
the point?
Exactly. No, do you know what? Let's chill it down then, because what I just said, there's 50 more things that we can have a stupid back and forth and try and one-up each other.
I don't
just
care
talk
about
to
your
me
silly
normally.
insults.
Talk to me normally.
Talk
to me normally.
I don't care about your silly insults.
But what do you mean you don't care? What do you mean you don't care? What I said is fact. I have a picture of it. I can flip it around and show you right now.
I couldn't care less about your silly little insults. It's like a 2-year-old. Why would I care?
A 2-year-old? A 2-year-old? Listen, sir, I don't know why you come on and you talk like you're holier than thou. As soon as you're away,
all right,
who's this? Applications are open.
All right, let's just
That's your ting, bro. That's your girl.
Let's end this, please.
He was like, stop her. Stop.
You know what? I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. It's pointless.
Oh my gosh. Is he going to cry?
Why would I care?
This is crazy.
A 2-year-old.
Look at him try to stop it when he pulls out the phone.
You come on and you talk like you're holier than thou. As soon as you're away,
all right,
who's this? Applications are open.
All right, let's just.
That's your ting, bro. That's your girl.
Let's end this, please.
Cooked.
You know what? I'm not doing this.
Cooked.
Sorry, it's pointless.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, Piers Morgan. Will he keep doing these? What do you guys think? You guys think he's going to keep doing these? Keep on trying to get these hit pieces from these guys? Because it's not going so well for him. It hasn't been going so well. I mean, you look at Tate, and honestly, Tate didn't even really push back as hard. Tate was more kind of just trying to like clear his name and assert himself, not be kind of played with and stuff like that. Tate didn't really come at Piers the way Piers comes at his guest. But Tate was the first one. And then Fuentes, oh man, I mean, you just can't like Nick Fuentes, Nick Fuentes Piers Morgan interview. I mean, come on. That's just like that's an instant classic. That's an instant classic. And that's where you start to see Piers like his stuff just really isn't working. And then Nick is starting to come at him like, bro, you're like you're a cuck, like you're a whatever. I don't think he said cuck, but he was like, you're a simp. You know, you what are you gonna go to the women's march? And you start to see Piers like kind of realizing like who he really is, because Piers has been doing these news interviews. He's been trying to do these news hit pieces. But this world that he's trying to step into now, this isn't like the news, bro. This is like people actually being objective and real and living in reality, living in the harsh reality of what's going on and who's actually on top and who's on the bottom and who's coping and who's, dominating in their field. It's a competition over here. This is the locker room, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Piers wants to step into that realm. I don't know if he does, but he's been trying to. He's been giving it a shot, and I don't know. I don't think he's going to keep on doing this. I don't know. Who else is there left? Who else is there left to destroy Piers Morgan? Who else is there? I mean, there's me. I mean, I'm not on that level yet, but I mean, I would love to. I would love to go in there and of course, and the thing about these Piers Morgan interviews is another thing that's like very interesting. They're not even coming on here like Tate, Fuentes, Clav, Hstikkytokky, HS. They're not even coming on here in bad faith. They're not even coming on here to like destroy Piers. They're not even coming on here with bad intentions. They're coming in good spirits. They're just trying to have a good interview. And then Piers just literally can't help himself. He has to try to expose them and destroy them and ruin their image. And you know what I'm saying? He has to do this weasel shit. He has to do this blue pill weasel shit. He literally can't help himself. And then he just gets destroyed. So it's like, bro, you don't like, just go back to doing honest interviews, bro. Go back to doing honest interviews. I think that would be way better. You broke your hip. Your wife's cheating on you. You're a cuck. You're getting older. You're trying to hop into this world that you don't really know too much about. I would just go back to doing honest interviews. Go back to just being the mediator of the Israel, Palestine, Gaza, Iran situation and what's going on in the news, because I don't know if you really want to hop in the deep end like this, because we've been in the deep end. We live in the deep end, just like Bane. You've adopted the dark. You've merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Or however it goes. Piers, you're not ready. You're just not. So leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think?